Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I just came in live and I did the whole talking, but there was technical difficulty. Hi, everyone. Hope you guys are okay, happy, healthy, and safe. I am Valery Malone, life coach, motivational speaker, creator of Love You Life program. In this channel, we bring experts from all over the world to talk about health, relationship, money mindset, and career. So today I am going to talk about a three mindset hack that you can apply today in your life to create a life that you absolutely love. Okay. If you have any question about that, please do send me a question. I'll be more than happy to answer. But this is my favorite topic. I am a life coach and I teach my clients on how to be self aware and how to hack their mind to create a life that they absolutely love. Why is so important? I learned this in a very young age that mind is everything, your brain is everything. So, self awareness, mindfulness, feelings, emotions, all of that is your mindset. Everything starts with your mind, everything ends with your mind. How you perceive the world, it comes from your mind, from your self awareness, from your mindfulness, from who you are, what are your beliefs, your true self. All of that comes from the mind. So we hear a lot of things about that, right? We hear a lot about creating a healthy mindset. We hear a lot about meditating to be self-aware of ourselves. We exercise to feed our brain to be healthy. All of that are good stuff. But understand that your mind creates your emotions, your feelings. It comes from your mind. So if we go to the medical perspective of it, every chemical that gets released in your body, it comes from your thoughts, from your mindset, how you think. And your body literally creates those hormones, those chemicals, and it goes through your body. So for that particular reason, today I wanted to give you guys three tips on how to hack your mind and how to trick your mind for more success. Okay. But before I do that, thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for following me. And if you guys have any questions, send me a question. Or if you guys want me to talk about something in particular that you wanted to hear answer for, please do send me those comments and answers and questions. I'd be more than happy to do so. Um, why is so important to talk about mindset? Because besides that, mindset is everything. In today's society, what's going on in 2021, there's a lot of stuff's going on, okay, which affects our emotions and feelings. Almost everybody got affected with all this pandemic, corona, and all this election, and all these things that's going on. Everybody got affected, whether it's emotionally, financially, physically, however you look at it. Our energy collectively is changing because everybody's thinking the same way. Everybody's going through something, and everybody has insecurity, fear, anxiety, stress because there's so much is going on. So we coaches come here to give you guys a little bit of hope and a strategy that you can apply to get through this, okay, and to go past this. Why? Because look at the history. For billions of and billions of years, a human being been through a lot. This is not the first time we've been going through this. Yes, it's really hard, it's different, but as a human being, if we look at the history, we have dealt with a lot of things, and we come over that, and we learn to survive, and we learn to get used to it and make a better choice in life to make ourselves and our family and our health better. So for that reason, it's important to stay positive and think optimistically. Think about that there's always a way. We can pass this. This will pass. Life will go on. Everything will play itself and everything will fall in and how it's supposed to be. And I don't care what you're going through right now. If you're extremely stressed, if you're having anxiety, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel uncertain, and you feel like you lost your job, or you feel like your health is in jeopardy, just remember everything happened for a reason. You will be okay. And if you can just be aware of that and know that, because awareness is the first thing. Be aware of that. Okay, you know what? A lot of stuff is going on. What can I do from here to make my life a little bit easier? Because you don't want to be stressed. You don't want to have a lot of anxiety because then it will damage your physical body. And we do not want that because without you, this universe will not exist. You know, God forbid if something happened to you after this, that's it. This universe, no matter what happened, good or bad, it just doesn't matter because you are very important. You are the universe. You are here for a reason. And I talk about this a lot. I talk about self awareness a lot. But today I'm going to give you three things that you can kind of look at it and say to yourself, from here on, this is what I'm going to do to make my life a little bit better and create a life that I absolutely love and create a life in my own term. Okay. So, mindset is everything, everything, everything. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff. We meditate. A lot of people meditating because of self-awareness, and a lot of people are talking about. A lot of coaches are talking about self-awareness and meditation is why it's so important. And I've seen so many people are doing meditation, which is so good for you. But if you do a meditation without knowing that your brain, your mind is the key component here, that you must know and how to trick your mind to get those feelings and emotion in order and align with your body, the meditation will not work. So everything takes time. Keep that in mind and always be open minded, because you know what? We hear one thing. If you can get one thing from this video and apply it to your life to make your life better, then that's what it is. Because a lot of people in today's society, we just want everything to be done already. We're so fast. We're running 100 miles an hour. You know, life takes time. This didn't happen overnight. So all of these things is not going to go overnight. It's going to take time. But if you are aware of your mind, if you're aware of yourself, if you're doing something about it, I promise you, you will see result every single day. Okay? So, one thing you should know about your mind is your brain or your mind, whichever you call it, is the laziest organ in your body. Your brain does not voluntarily get up and do things. We have to train it. We have to train it like a child. You know how you have a child and child will, if you leave them alone, will do whatever they want. But we have to discipline a child. That's how I want you to look at your brain. Your brain is literally like a child and you must discipline it. For those of you who have a child, you know what I'm talking about. It's not that easy. For those of you who does not have a child, guess what? It's really hard, okay? But you must discipline your mind. You must literally remind yourself every single day that, okay, what am I thinking about? What do I have to do to discipline my mind not to be all over the place, not to have these negative thoughts, not to have all these emotions that I'm creating that I don't feel good about myself? And more importantly, I can't do anything in my life to move that needle and become successful and whatever success means to you in any area of your life, whether it's your health, your relationship, your career, or your finance. So, I'm going to give you 3 tips, for you to apply and kind of trick your mind to believing that you are disciplining your mind and you're getting what you want in life. And it works every single time. Okay? So trick number 1. So since your mind cannot differentiate between the past or in the future, then whatever you tell your mind right now, that's what your mind will believe. That's what your brain will believe. So let's just give an example. If you say, I am stressed, I'm stressed, your mind will literally think that you're stressed and will release all those hormones that actually can make you stressed. Okay. And for that, let's just do an exercise. If I tell you to close your eyes, right? If I tell you to close your eyes and think about something in the past that made you very, very happy. Okay. What happens? Your mind cannot tell the difference that you are thinking about that particular events from the past, from the future, or now. You get the feeling of it as you are here now. And the same thing in the future. Let's just say that you are uncertain and you feel like something's going to happen. If you think about the future right now, your mind, body, and soul react to it right now. So it will release all those hormones. So if you're always stressed, then your brain's going to say, okay, she or he is always stressed and I know exactly what to do. If you're saying to yourself, no, I'm good, everything is great, then your body's going to say, okay, this is what it is. So what do we have to do to trick our mind? And here's the key. If you want to accomplish something, whether it is you want to lose weight, let's just say I want to lose 20 pounds, or whether you want to make money, or whether you want to be in a great relationship, whatever it is, think as if already's happened. And I know you heard that before. I'm not the first one to talking about that, but I am the one that to tell you I practice this all the time myself. So I'm only going to share things with you that I apply in my own life to see the result and then share it with you. Okay? Pretend that whatever it is already happened to you. Why is that so important? Because when we think of that, our body, mind, and soul, it just literally adjusts itself to that feelings. Okay, I am in a great relationship, or I'm going to find love of my life, or I found love of my life. Okay, as if already happening. I am rich. I am wealthy. If you keep saying that to yourself, your mind, body, and soul will actually adjust itself to that. Now, this is not those woo woo va va, like, okay, you know what, it's not tangible. Yes, I'm saying to myself, how does that work? There's actually science behind this, and they studied this. And why is that important to know that? Because it's not something like that. Why? When you do that, you become a laser focus. And we talked about focus a lot, right? We every time when you work someplace, people say, if you have a laser focus, turn off all your electronic stuff around you, focus on one project. That's really what it is. What you're doing is that you are bringing your awareness and focusing on things that has already happened. So your mind, body, and soul will actually attract the things that you want, and they call that a law of attraction, or people say that I see these signs. Yeah. Why? Because your mind literally thinks that, okay, I am losing weight, and all of a sudden you're so focused that you see things. Like when you go on a computer, you see people are exercising and they're giving you a tip, or you're listening to me, or something happened, you're like, huh, funny, I thought about it and all of a sudden I see it. It's not magic, it's just how the mind works. So one of the big example of that people, like if you want to buy a car, right? And if you think about some car that you buy, and all of a sudden in the road you see all those cars, and you say to yourself, well, before I didn't see any of this, and now all of a sudden that I decided to have this car, and I see these cars all over the place. I see a lot of people that are practicing law of attraction. They want something and they give themselves a sign and saying that, okay, if I see this, for example, if I see an owl, then I know that I'm getting the money, and I know that I'm going to find love in my life, that I know that the person that I'm thinking about is going to call me. And yet you will see that owl. If it might be not actual owl, you see it on a poster or see it on TV or something. And you're like, oh my God, I said to myself that, if I see an owl, that person's going to call me. I'm going to find love in my life. I'm going to make this much money. My career is going to pick up. And actually I did. All of those combined together is actually true. It does happen because your mind is focusing on looking at that. So it's like your mind thinks that it's already happening. I already have it. And that's how it happens. So whatever you wanted to accomplish this year, be very specific and say to yourself, as in already happened. Act like it, walk like it, and talk like it. So if you think that you are wanted to be 120 pounds, how would you act if you were 120 pounds? What would you wear? How would you talk? What would you eat? Right? Do all of that, and your mind will actually get disciplined, and you will become focused, and you will actually achieve that. Start with something small. Don't do it too big because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. And I do this all the time. If you wanted to make a certain amount of money, right? And I know a lot of, especially these days, a lot of people are financially suffering. So let's just say if you want to make a certain amount of money, how would you act? How would you walk? How would you talk? What would you do if you had that money? Okay? Do that. If you want your business to be successful and you wanted to get certain result from your business, right? Okay, pretend that it happened already. How would you talk? How would you walk? What would you do? How would you act? Do that. And then your mind become disciplined. You'll become very, very disciplined, and you will actually become very focused, and you will become consistent, and you will do that, and you're actually going to achieve that. And like I said, there's so many people are talking about this. A lot of people talk about it in a different way. They give you different strategy, but it is actually true. It's very tangible. It is actually true. Your scientific has been proving that. And if you're a spirituality has been believing that. If you're faithful, faith is believing that. Whatever you call it, it has actually happened. But the key is to do that. The key to understand, to trick your mind and say that, you know what, I want this. Be very specific about what that this is, and then pretend that is already happening. And you watch that how your mind, body, and soul will align itself to that path, and you will see the result every single day. Okay, that's hack number one. Number two, and this is very important, and I say that the other thing that a lot of coaches and a lot of successful people are talking about is that gratitude. Gratitude. We should give gratitude. We should give gratitude. And I talk about this a lot. And I think giving a gratitude is an extremely effective way to appreciate our life, ourselves, our family, and everything else around us. But what is a gratitude? Okay. So think about it. Gratitude is reminding your mind of things that you have accomplished yourself and you're thankful for. So let's just say if you're in an amazing relationship and you're grateful for that, right? You created that relationship. So you're reminding pretty much your brain and saying that, I did that. Thank you so much. And you're going to do more of that. You are in a best shape of your life. You're thanking yourself for that. You're healthy. You're thanking yourself for that. Gratitude meaning reminding your brain that good job, great job that you did that. Let's just do more of that, as reminding ourselves. So, however you look at it, gratitude is like that. Not only it gives us an appreciation about life, but also about our own ability. That whatever is going on in your life that you're thankful for, you, my dear, created that. So, again, let's just give the child's example, right? So when a child do something good, what do? We reward them. Oh, you did a great job, and they do more of that, right? And if the people that do a great job, and if you don't really give them a compliment or reward them for it, they just after a while they're like, okay, I'm doing all this good stuff and nobody notices. Even in the work, okay, if your workers are doing a great job and you recognizing that and you giving your worker appreciation and say, hey, thank you so much, you did such an amazing job on this project. Obviously that person uh, confident boosts up and they wanted to do more of that because they want to hear that appreciation that you have for them. Same rule applies to your mind. So if you're feeling healthy and if you're feeling wealthy and if you're in an amazing relationship and if you have these things in your life that you are grateful for, you're kind of thanking your mind. You're kind of thanking your mind that, like, you know what, thank you so much for um, using my potential to create this life that I have so far. And your mind actually will create more and more and more of that. That's why it's so important to do a gratitude. So, what I do with my clients, I always tell them that to get up in the morning and write down three things that they're grateful for. So you can repeat that. You can have new one every single day. And believe it or not, after a week or two, you actually run out of stuff and your mind would actually become so creative and you go through the things that you've never seen before, like you've never recognized before. And just like, oh my God, I have a nice couch that I sit on. This is a nice couch. I didn't notice before, but now that I'm giving gratitude, I actually have. You know what? I'm opening my fridge and there's food in there and I can eat whenever I want. I really didn't think of that before, but I am thinking of it now. It's really tricky, and that's how you hack your mind, that's how you trick your mind, because you are giving appreciation to your mind, saying that, thank you so much for all of that. And that's how law of attraction works. That's how all the other stuff, because you're attracting more of that gratitude, that appreciation, and you tapping more to your own potential and creating things that you want in life in your own term. Okay, so every time you get a stress, you have an anxiety, you're uncertain, just think about things that you have already. It may be very little, it may be a lot, whatever it is. But if you keep reminding yourself of that, then your mind will create that momentum and will remind you, okay, you know what? You can do this, we can get through this, this will pass, and I will do my best to make sure that you're okay. And that's hack number two. Three, and this is the important one, and I do this all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any problem in your life right now, I don't care how big of a problem it is, I don't care how small the problem is. Um, as a human being, we talk about problem a lot. We find a problem. But when it comes to the solution, we kind of like, okay, you know what? We self sabotage ourselves. And this is when all those negative thought comes in, because we find a problem, we know there's a problem, we can't solve the problem, and we attack ourselves. I'm not good enough. I am not good enough. I'm too poor. I'm too rich. I'm too short. I'm too tall. My environment, the government, the religion, the upbringing, all of the excuses that we make with ourselves in order not to accomplish what we wanted to do, because that's much easier versus actually telling our mind, hey, you're so lazy. Come on, let's just do this. Find out, okay, there's a problem. What's the problem? Whether the problem is with your health, whether it's a problem with your relationships with yourself and others, whether the problem is with your career or with your money mindset. Here's what I want you to do. Trick number three: write down the problem. Write down the problem, what the problem is, and then come up with a 10 answer from your own self. That how would you solve that problem? Think about that for a second, okay? I am going to write down 10 things that I can do to solve this problem before I ask for help. This is an amazing practice. It's very easy, but it's so effective because 90% of the time, believe it or not, you yourself will come up with the answer. 90% of the time. And I do this all the time, whatever the problem is. So let's just go if you wanted to lose weight. What is the thing that you can do to lose weight before you hire a personal trainer, before you go or spend all this money buying organic food, whatever it is? What is the thing that you can do yourself first when it comes to your relationship? Let's just say you have a bad relationship, or let's just say you wanted to find a person to be in a relationship with you. What is the thing that you can do in order to do that before you ask for help? And this is the most important part that a lot of people pass. They know what the problem is, they talk about the problem, but when it comes to solution, then they skip that part and then just blame other people or ourselves for not accomplishing that. Because. But if you can come up with the answer and say to yourself, well, I want to find somebody to be with me this year, right? I want to be in a great relationship. So what should I do? Maybe I should go out more. Maybe I should talk to people. Maybe I should text this person. Maybe I should put myself in a dating app. Maybe I should, things like that. Write down 10 of them. And this exercise is so great because not only you will come up with your own answer, but also it saves you so much time and money. Why? Because now that you're going to ask for help, when you're asking for help, let's just say you come to me, I'm a life coach, and you say, hey, listen, you teach self-awareness, you teach mindset, and I'm very stressed with my life, or I don't have a good relationship with my partner, or my career is not going well, what I can do to fix this. So I go through the list of stuff, right? I'll give you stuff for you to do. So you're going to say to yourself, wait a minute, I already done this. I put myself in a match.com, it didn't work. I put myself in an app, it didn't work. I text this person, it didn't work. I went more out, it didn't work. See, not only are you saving so much money, but you're also saving so much time. And that's why it's so important to do this when it comes to anything. When it comes to your kids, if you want to discipline your kids, what would you do? 10 things that come up with your own idea before you talk to a specialist, you know? And this is the exercise that changed my life. Changed my life because I was one of those people that I always identified the problem, what the problem is. I could talk about the problem for hours and hours and hours. But when it comes to solution, then I would go back to my inward and I would say to myself, oh my God, I'm new in this country. I can't speak the language. I don't have education. I don't have the money, which was all true. It was an obstacle, but I overcome by practicing this. Wrote down 10 answers of my own. And I apply this in my business actually for entrepreneurs out there. You do the same thing before, like, I mean, for entrepreneurs, you guys know how online businesses can be really, really tough. Instead of spending money on too much stuff, so just think about it. What can I do for my part? Write 10 things down that you could do to improve your business. And then if you can do that, and if you tried everything, you exhaust all your options, and now you're saying, okay, I did all that, but I haven't seen the result, then it's time to ask for help. And that way you save a lot of money and you save a lot of time. And you're not going to be so harsh on yourself that you are not good enough to do this. Okay? Because, I mean, think about it. We can't be good at everything. Sometimes we think we are and we tried and it didn't work and we're going to be, oh my God, I'm not good enough. No, you are. You are. You just have to be organized. You just have to discipline your mind because your mindset is everything. Don't listen to anybody else. Okay? Whatever you're doing in your life right now, exercising, dieting, eating organic, taking your vitamins, doing meditation, doing yoga, thinking positive, doing law of attraction, whatever you're doing, this all has to do with your mind. Because once you have control of that, once you say to yourself, this year, I am going to discipline my brain. I want to make sure that my brain will do what I tell my brain to do, not what my brain tell me to do. My brain is not controlling me. I am controlling my brain. And that is, my dear, is mindfulness. That is self-awareness because you are here right now. You are aware of yourself. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. You're not functioning from the past, nor you're functioning from the future. You are seeing things in a very clear vision, very focused of your life. And drip, drip, drip will add. If you can do this every single day, you'll be amazed in a week, in two, in a month, and even in a year. you will see so much result. So no matter what you're going through right now, trust me, try these 3 hacks and trick your mind. And I guarantee you, you will be in so much better place than you are right now. So thank you so much for watching me, guys. Again, if you have any question about any of this, please send me a question. I'd be more than happy to answer. Have amazing, amazing week. Have amazing weekend. And I always end up by saying that you are always, always enough. You're perfect just the way you are. Your desire are just to better your life. You are growing, you're trying to better your life. So don't be stressed over that, okay? It's exciting. Life is exciting. Has its ups and downs. But as long as you're healthy, as long as you're happy, as long as you can function and all part of your body is working, you can do this. So remember that you're always enough. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, have a great day.